Well, welcome to the Valley Hoops Insider podcast, part of the Valley Hoops Insider website. I'm Harry Schrader, editor of the site, host of the show, and we continue our tour through the Missouri Valley Conference as we're trying to let you get to know some of the star players of the league. And today we're talking with Evansville star guard Kenny Strawbridge Jr. We bring him into the conversation. There he is, that good-looking young man. Beginning his fourth year of Division I college basketball, the second year there at Evansville. And Kenny, first of all, thanks for just taking time out of your schedule to hang out with us today.
Oh, no, thank you for the invitation. It's going to be fun. Appreciate it.
14.4 points a game, over 3 boards, over 2 assists. You do a little bit of everything. Tell our viewers just about your game and your basketball kind of background in terms of the way you're built as a basketball player.
Well, I feel like my game is really based off my versatility. I feel like I could do a lot of everything. I feel like I can make plays for myself by using my body. I like to go downhill, and then if I have an open shot, I take the open shot. And I feel like a lot of people know my game, and I just base it off what the defense gives me.
Third team All Valley Conference player a year ago. How did you end up at Evansville last year when you first got there? How did that recruiting process take place?
Well, it was a weird recruiting process, knowing that I was talking to Rags almost at the end of May, and so with Marcus Wilson being here, being the new coach with Rags, I had a relationship with him beforehand, and he called my dad up, and I wanted to come with him. It's close to home. I'm from St. Louis, and being from St. Louis, I know all about Evansville, and so it was really an easy decision for me to come.
I read somewhere, so you went to high school at Rockford, Illinois, and then I read somewhere that you had moved to St. Louis. I'm here in St. Louis. Tell me about that transition. How'd you end up here in the Lou?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm really from Rockford, Illinois. Middle school, high school. I claim to be from Rockford 815. My dad, once I went to college, my dad moved to St. Louis, brought the family to St. Louis. He works at the YMCA across the region. And so now, ever since I've been in college, my family been living in St. Louis, and I live in Brentwood. My brother goes to Webster Grove. My sister was coaching out there, and now I was like, I'm born in St. Louis too. So I was born in St. Louis, moved to Rockford, but now home is St. Louis right now.
So we're practically neighbors. That's good to know. And obviously, you talked about that tie with Marcus Wilson, who's a good friend of mine. He was a major player in the YMCA world here in St. Louis as well. So did your dad and he work together?
Yeah, that's exactly where they got their relationship from being at the Y. I remember my first time meeting Marcus. He worked me out, probably one of the hardest workouts I ever had during that time being young. And so, that's where I grew my relationship. And at the Y, met him at the Y. Him and my dad are still good friends to this day. I talked to Marcus this morning, and it's a relationship that we have.
Yeah, he and I are good friends. Talking about the YMCA, I read somewhere that your mom and dad met while he was refereeing a YMCA basketball game. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. They met. My mom's brother was having he was in a YMCA tournament, and my dad was working at the Y. He was working the scorer's table. My mom came to watch her brother play. My dad spotted my mom from across the gym. He had some little kid go up to be like, can you get her number for me? The little kid went up, got the number, and she was like, no, tell him to come get it. And so it's a funny story, but yeah, they met at the Y at a basketball game.
That's hilarious. So I read somewhere too that you wear number 20 there at Evansville, and you wore it, I think, at Alabama State in honor of your sister, who was a hooper herself, and as you mentioned, she's coaching.
Yes, number 20. I was really number 15 from a lot of different reasons, but I'm number 20 now because my sister, she had a career injury with her knees, and so she had a lot of mental health experiences, and I just wanted to show my my love and my appreciation for her, because I wouldn't be the player I am today without her. So now I'm number 20 for the rest of my time playing.
So Marcus moved on, but you're still there at Evansville. And talk about Coach Ragland. I'm a big believer in David Ragland. Tell us about what makes him a guy that you like playing for.
I had with my experience, my journey in college, I feel like with Ragland, he's the coach I had the most relationship with. I feel like I'm able to talk to him about many different things, but he's such a good coach. He's a player's coach. He really likes my feedback. He always talks to us saying like the best teams are player-led teams. So he likes my feedback about how everything's going. He likes Yassine's, Gage Bobes, all the new players' feedback, and he really demands details. And something that he's gotten me better is just putting the work in. Everything about my game, just making sure everything is perfect with the details.
I'm calling the Aces the new and improved Purple Aces. You guys have added some pieces, but I want to ask you about some of the guys that are stuck around. You mentioned Yassine and Gage Bobe. Tell me about those two guys off of the floor. We've seen them play on the floor. Tell me about those two away from the game.
Yassine's a real chill dude, but he's real cool. He's funny, um, laid back, but he always doing his own thing. A little bit quiet, but once you know him, he real cool and chill. And Gage Bowe, that's like my brother. Like we're always together. He over my family's house. I'm over his family's house watching his sister's basketball games, and you can always see us together.
He walked on and earned a scholarship. He was a guy that nobody expected anything from him. He's just stayed at it and has become a real legit Division I contributing basketball player.
Yeah, he's put in the work. Like we just got done with a workout. He has a great work ethic. He puts in the work. He believes in himself. Just like I feel like I believe in myself. That's where we both gel. Like this whole team gel. We all bet on ourselves, and I feel like he's well deserving of picking up that scholarship last year. And as you can see, I think he led the league with 3-point percentage, and he's a real good shooter.
He's turned into quite a player, and he's just that picture, right? Of hard work pays off.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the Rockford situation. When you were in Rockford, did you think about a guy named Fred VanVleet who came out of Rockford and made it to the NBA?
Yeah, Fred. Like I got an old picture. I took it off my Instagram now. It's archived, but like he was on my very first picture on Instagram. Us working out. I went to his basketball camp, but we both had the same trainer. I used to be in the gym, that he'll be on the other side of the gym working out. I worked out with his brother with one of my college. His brother is his older brother is his trainer. I worked out with his trainer when college coaches came in Rockford to watch me play. But yeah, Fred, he's like the neighborhood hero. Like we all love Fred. He just got that bag now, and it's just he's what motivates me to bet on myself. He's what motivates like everyone, as you can see what he's doing now. And so like I'm very proud of him, and I bet he see what I'm doing right now. I bet he'll be proud of me too.
He came out of Rockford, ended up at Wichita State, and frankly, people around the valley didn't even really know who he was. And his first year, he was kind of a contributor behind a kind of an all-league guard, and Fred, I think is his name. Armstead was his last name. And then that guy graduated, and everyone's like, "Wow, what's going to happen to Wichita State?" Oh, Fred VanVleet's going to happen to Wichita State. He was amazing as a collegiate player. We're proud of him in the NBA as well. A lot of new guys on this new team, this new and improved Purple Aces squad. Anybody kind of caught your attention so far? I'll throw some names at you in a minute, but anybody really catch your attention?
Ben is the real deal. I love Ben. He's about 6'10". He can shoot. He's mobile. Ben, like our point guard Antonio, he's real quick. Get down the lane, shifty, make the pass. Who else? We got Cam Hafner. He was a freshman of the year at the OVC. He got a real quick shot. We got our bigs now. We got Josh Hughes. We got Mike. We got length. We got size down there. But I feel like this year we got a lot of good shooting now. So I feel like that'll help my game, me going downhill and me be able to make the pass out. So we got knockdown shooters on the perimeter. And I feel like we're just going to shock a lot of people. I love the pieces that we got to compliment everyone. Rags did a good job.
You mentioned getting a call in May last year, and he was, landed a good player with you, but it's difficult to recruit that time of year. And to be able to have a whole season to build the culture and to start recruiting and all that, I'm expecting big things from the Purple Aces as well. You mentioned Ben, NAIA star. So his experience helps him a little bit, doesn't it?
Yes, he's real experienced. Like, he's a hooper. He knows how to play, and he's easy to play with. And so that's why I feel like he's going to shock this league.
When you look at your own game, what are you working on in terms of your own personal game?
I feel like I'm working on a lot of things. Like as I said earlier, I feel like I could do a lot of different things. I'm just trying to be a more complete player, like be able to do different things at a higher rate, be more efficient. I feel like with the pieces we have now, I don't have to be like forcing or trying to do too much now. Um, so I just want to be more of an efficient player, more complete player. Um, Now taking the leadership role, being the oldest on the team, I want to make sure I'm leading the guys, most experienced. I just want to take that step towards that aspect as well.
The new and improved Purple Aces, and I'm excited about what's going to take place there. Your favorite place to play in the Missouri Valley Conference that isn't the Ford Center?
UIC, because I'm from Rockford. Definitely UIC. I love to play there. I love their gym. Illinois State. I like their gym as well. I hate SIU's gym though. I hate UNI's gym. I haven't played at Drake's gym. I love Missouri State gym. I haven't played at Drake's gym, but yeah.
What do you hate about SIU and UNI?
I think I just don't. We Evansville, SIU, close to each other. We don't like SIU. I don't like the colors, but it's all good. Like we was just having this conversation the other day. I don't like that dark red colors, but I know their players. I love their players. I know their coach, but you know how it is.
You've been around. You sat out a year, did junior college a couple of years before you ended up there at Evansville. Now your second year there. After college, what's next? Pro ball, or tell us what you're studying and what are your options post college eligibility?
Yeah, I'm looking to play professional. That's my main goal and second goal. Like that's what I want to do. That's what I've been
First,
doing.
second, third. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been trying to do my whole entire life. And so if I blessed enough to get the opportunity, I'm gonna take it. But yeah, I just got my master's degree in leadership. So and like getting a master's degree here at Evansville is a big deal. And so later down the road, if I want to pursue that route and get a job, um, I'm going to do that as well. But definitely take care of the family. Playing basketball is my first goal.
Master's degree in leadership. No wonder you and Marcus Wilson are good friends. He is just like all about leadership and all of that. I read somewhere that you guys had moved here to St. Louis and in 2020. Sorry, my headphones are pulling out. You wanted to go experience what was going on in the streets during the post George Floyd summer, what I call the George Floyd summer. And Marcus and I did a podcast about that way back in 2020 because I was out in the streets. He was out in the streets. Tell me what that experience was like for you.
It was surreal. I mean, that was a crazy summer, especially with COVID and then just like the whole George Floyd thing and living in St. Louis when there was the Mike Brown situation a while back. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I feel like I would be doing wrong if I didn't go out there and like didn't support what I know was right, what my family think was right. And so that was actually another big reason why I committed to HBCU and the SWAC at Alabama State. And so yeah, it was a great experience. I love that I did it, and it was crazy being out in them streets, seeing just seeing everything.
It was unique. Now I live here. We went through the whole Michael Brown thing and then the George Floyd summer, and I was a part of a lot of things during that time. And like I said, I did a podcast with Marcus. I spent that whole year, doing podcasts with African-American friends of mine and saying, hey, let's unpack this for the people that will watch, and just friends of mine that happen to be basketball guys that I could drag basketball fans into the conversation, because what happens to us, right, is we get polarized and nobody talks to each other.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, he's a good dude, and for you to be tied in with him, I know you're a good dude too. That's outstanding. Before I let you go, as you look forward, 5 wins a year ago, pretty difficult. 1 win in the Missouri Valley Conference, and but really a remade team. How are you guys? What's the mentality? What's the frame of mind for the Purple Aces at this particular point? Practice just starts really next week.
I feel like it is just to win games. I mean, as you said, we won 5 games last year. We're nowhere better than that now this year with all the pieces that we brought in. I feel like everyone on this team has dealt with that adversity in their personal lives or their journey playing basketball. So I feel like we all have a chip on our shoulders. we all feel in some type of way disrespected. We all just want to prove everyone wrong and prove ourselves right. And I feel like that's why our whole team gets along, because we know that we're like that everybody's sleeping on us, and we just want to shock a lot of people this year. And so that's the mindset. That's the mindset that we have, and I feel like we will shock a lot of people this year. We put in the work. We all have the self-belief, team belief to do so. And so we're just ready. Like you said, practice starts Monday. Hit the ground running. These freshmen, they're excited. Bring all different personalities that we have. But yeah, it's time to lock in. We've been locked in, but I think I saw like just the other day said 50 more days until our first game. So we're ready. We're ready to hit the ground running.
Your first impressions of DJ Ballantyne, who's joined the staff there. He was a big-time baller.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he was. He tells us about it all the time. He got his picture. He got his picture up on the wall. He's the one I was just working out with. But yeah, he still got his shot. He works me out every single day, adding different pieces to my game. And yeah, he's a real cool dude. We talk about music. We talk about just lifestyle stuff, and yeah, he's cool. I love how he's another addition to the program.
You talked about Marcus, Craig Snow, and now DJ, all those guys that, wanted to give back to their old school. They were big time players. I just watched and announced a whole bunch of their games. You got good people around that program.
Yep. The city loves them. The city loves Marcus. The city loves DJ, Coach Snow, everybody.
Appreciate your time today. I won't keep you any longer. I wish you all the best. I love what's happening at Evansville. Really respect Coach Ragland and appreciate your time today.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
That's Kenny Strawbridge Jr. He is the star guard of the Evansville Purple Aces and the new and improved Evansville Purple Aces. Pay attention to what is going to go on at the Ford Center this year. I'm Harry Schrader reminding you, since you've been there, make it a better place. We'll see you again real soon.